What's up, Dance Fam? We are back again with another episode of The Session. And as always, I am your host, Russ Santos, a.k.a. Lock and Robin. And as always, we have, well, I guess lately always, we have with us Fel Justin Cortez and Eser Valencia.
That's Batman.
Batman, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good.
Wait.
Shouldn't you be working?
If you're Batman,
And
you're Robin.
Batgirl. Shouldn't you be working?
Night off.
I got shot in the back, so
Bane broke me.
Batmobile lost its wheel. Joker got away. Huh?
Shouldn't you be working with me?
No. They all pick any other one of the Robins.
Anyways,
today we're going to be talking about World of Dance. We can't seem to get rid of it. But as suggested in one of the comments from last episode of the finals, we're just going to recap, things we liked, things we didn't like, things we thought could be improved, things, we're just not happy with overall.
Unpopular opinions about certain people and teams.
Oh, wow.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. Let's go with that first then.
Okay.
Go on.
You want me to start?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. All right, so when I think about like the Final Four and like the Final Four teams of each division, I actually I understand that S rank is like very clean, but to me they never offered up more than that. Yeah. Yes, they're intricate. Yes, they're super clean, but what really set the other performers apart was that they just had something about them that was just, I don't know what the French say, je ne sais quoi, right? Is that the word?
That means I don't know what or something.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
So it's like something about them, like a characteristic about them that just that they exude. It makes them unique, right?
Exactly. And we we've always discussed this, is that we like to watch teams and performers of real not just content, they have a purpose.
Yeah.
There's a purpose to what they're dancing. Yeah. And I understand that swag is it's important sometimes when you perform. It's good to be kind of showy. It's good to be confident in your movements and everything, but it's got to be more to that. That's just my opinion on that strike. I actually thought that there were other teams that would have been better.
That's true. And they've said from the start, well, at least Melvin has, that right from the start, his purpose of S rank was to be the best and to just show that they're the best. So, yeah, I guess I was a little surprised that they did make it through. At the same time, I wasn't, because yes, they hit every check mark on the box that is the score sheet of who they are. They were creative when they needed to be, super clean. They got the choreography. They had the transitions, the blocking, etc. They hit all the check marks. It's just, excuse me. It's just that for us, I guess we always look for something beyond that, right? And the only time that they really let me down was the
final performance.
the biker set, which was kind of.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that you liked their first
I was gonna say,
trick?
Except for that hat thing. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, because ever since that first one, it's kind of been just okay.
What's this team?
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
They did. I will say this, and I have to give credit where credit is due. Their second to last performance with the orchestra, that to me was one of their better ones, because they went with an idea that just was so good, and they made it work in their own in their own world. So,
and speaking of that last one, actually that one, I appreciate what they did, and for me it was my favorite of theirs, but at the same time they took a risk, because that's not what they normally do. Usually they're all together and doing whatever they need to do. But and then they did different styles in each part, and you could definitely tell the weaknesses, or that they weren't as proficient in each of those styles than just regular choreography, urban choreo.
absolutely.
So for me, you can see that they have some sort of weakness, as opposed to when they do what they normally do, and they're just they have it to a fault.
Yeah.
Who, Eser, do you remember who else who was who are at the top 3 of like the divisional finals for the upper teams?
Ooh. Let me bring that up.
Poriotics.
Yeah,
Oh,
Poriotics
Poriotics.
was definitely one.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't
Was it-
Embodiment, was it?
No, Embodiment didn't make it past that.
Oh,
Oh, the
the
Ruggeds.
Ruggeds.
Yeah.
The Ruggeds.
The Ruggeds.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Ruggeds.
I mean, out of those 3,
Yeah.
you're gonna pick S rank.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Easily.
It sucks that's. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like when I think of other teams in this competition, like a team that offers up that style of cleanliness and for some reason just never caught with the judges, like Brotherhood. Like I was a huge fan of Brotherhood even before the show. So maybe I'm a little bit biased, but like Brotherhood offers up that style of or that type of cleanliness, but offers like a little bit more personality, a little bit more individuality in their dancing too. I thought that their hockey like theme in their first set was like actually
was
really
so
good,
creative.
Mm-hmm.
but the judges thought that it was cheesy, and I'm like, what part of this is cheesy? They did well with their props. The only thing they didn't like was like their facials, but they scored them really low,
I know.
which it came down to the judges.
Yeah.
None of it was really like had anything to do with the world.
No, it didn't.
The world didn't get to vote on it or anything.
Yeah, that's one of the things I didn't like about the show is that it's only up to those 3.
Yep.
As far as we know, I'm sure it's scripted somewhere for some people to win or not.
I really want.
Yeah, because my thoughts were also along that lines. Maybe audience participation, like how they did with American Idol.
Mm-hmm.
You think that would definitely have helped with the balance of things?
I would say so.
Mm-hmm.
At least add it in there as like a 4th score that they can average in
Okay,
with
that
the
would
rest.
make sense. To get the audience's appeal on it.
Mhm.
that's true.
So you see every low score, then a high score, or vice versa, whatever.
Yep.
That'd be interesting, huh?
I like that.
Were you guys, Eser, were you happy with every other final or like division leader? So like Michael Domesky,
Charity and Andres.
Charity and Andres, and the Lab. Were you happy with those 3?
I think they're all very well deserved their spots.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wholeheartedly believe that. Because looking at the other groups from the division finals leading up to the finale episode, like it was tough. Like the top 4 that came about and resulted as those performers, they really put something out there. Not saying that these other groups aren't capable of putting a show like they have, but they really stood out like no other like that was such a well-deserved like position that they put themselves in, and just trying to reminisce back, like for example Fabulous Sisters, I was really rooting for them to make it all the way, but then when they got to that point, like that wasn't their best stuff.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
They faltered.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that the Lab was consistent throughout.
Yeah, they were
the whole competition, which I respect and everything like that, and they just kept getting better every week.
But I actually didn't like their that one set where they were like, where it's about that one girl who went through some kind of drama or a traumatic experience. Excuse me.
Okay.
I wasn't as impressed with that one.
Do you think that if you knew exactly what it was, it would have made more
No,
made a difference?
I don't think so. Because we're not supposed to know, really. We're supposed to interpret it for ourselves.
What didn't work for you?
Just everything. Because, like, first of all, it didn't really fit them, in my opinion. And then, I don't know, it just seemed so bland to me. Like, it really was... You had to know that there was an emotional traumatic experience to like get more out of it.
I see.
If I didn't know anything and I just watched it like on YouTube, I would have been like, compared to like everything else they've done, I wouldn't know. And it's their job, or at least the choreographer's job, for the audience to at least get some kind of grasp on it. But that's just, I mean, it was still good. Don't get me wrong. It just wasn't my favorite of theirs,
That's fair.
and I didn't think they did, in my opinion, as well as they could have.
Just in that particular, but it was enough to get them through. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So I scored them the way I scored the finals. I had everyone except for S rank tying for first place. So I felt like either Michael Demetsky, Charity Andress, or the Lab, any one of them could have won first place, and I would have been perfectly fine. I wish they all could have won, like for beating everyone in their division. That would have been great.
Yeah. Hey, 1 mil split between 4 performers,
or even like,
or the Lab,
or even like 50 grand or something like that.
Yeah,
for winning winning their
exactly.
division, as opposed to like, oh, you got to go to the very end to win. I mean, I get that, but you know what I mean.
I feel like they're compensated other than like just the mention of $1 million.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, well, yeah, they're put up in a hotel probably or something.
they're gonna get tons of work,
And then they get paid per
Yeah.
diem, I'm sure. And then the PR, and then they're booked for the tour.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, remember when?
Yeah, when Mike was on
Mike
tour.
was on it, he got paid
Yeah, they did.
a lot. He came home.
I know.
I was like, I'm gonna go buy an Xbox.
I know. I was like,
Did he really?
Yeah, no, we were like, he came home
after
right after they got kicked off the show.
Yeah, it was after they got kicked off American Best Dance Crew.
Yeah, we went to go eat, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna just go buy an Xbox real quick." And I was like,
he's still kind of that way.
Yeah.
a little affluent,
Right.
just a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway,
You know what's really interesting though is that I actually went back and watched a few like performances from ABDC. The show is definitely better.
World of Dance.
Yeah, in terms of the quality of dancers that they picked for the show, man, it's like I was watching Jabberwockies. I was like, damn, they're kind of messy.
Well, they were never like clean.
No, they weren't.
They were just they're more street than anything.
Yeah, exactly. Which is like, I mean, if you're talking about cleanliness,
That's just the way
yeah
the industry has evolved. Like okay, now it's very cheerleader-esque now.
Yeah.
Yep,
Cheer.
The great thing about it is that I mean, Jabberwockies just they won that show because of just their
Just who they are.
yeah exactly.
It's like Late Twins.
Yeah,
They're not exactly the cleanest together. They are just they bring that raw thing, and it's new and it's unique to them.
It is. It really is.
So Jabberwockies,
I
same
just
thing.
don't like them.
Yeah,
yeah,
you can't hate on what they do.
I know.
man.
I can't hate that how talented they are.
Yeah,
you know?
but you can hate them.
I can hate them.
You can still hate them, but you can also respect what they do.
Yeah, but I also like, I always go back. You know that video they posted of their class and everything.
Oh, that kind of grinds my gears.
It didn't look like any of the students got anything out of the class.
They didn't pick it up.
On the other hand, they paid for the class,
Yeah,
and a lot of them seemed like they were having fun. So that's the trade off.
yeah.
But it's like,
And also, they were brought out to teach.
Uh-huh.
They should have
Yeah.
known what kind of a
Yeah.
dancer these guys are.
there's always like two sides of the same coin.
Still, yeah. I mean, what are they gonna say? Oh no, we don't really do that. We're not really good at teaching. No,
Yeah.
they're trying to make a living. They're gonna teach because they get paid.
Getting paid to teach is awesome.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad to get paid to do something that you like. Anyway, one popular or one I guess point of controversy amongst the Redditors of World of Dance is the Lab winning first place.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The biggest thing is that they didn't like how they won based on a sob story, their last performance. And I definitely like that performance. And some people were like, "That's too liberal." Da 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 da. And then I was like, "Okay, now here we go.
Yeah,
Let's get to the point." Now we're good.
All right. Well, then.
You want to get liberal, okay? Coming from a
talk mothers.
it's mother time.
But like, let's break down that performance.
Okay.
It was. I mean, we talked about it last episode.
We did.
It was just well thought out and choreographed, and I found that Dietrich's choreographed.
Yes.
choreographed,
Oh man,
which makes a lot of sense because he does
Yeah.
all those. He does all those videos where it's just like a one shot take kind of
Yeah.
thing. So that's what that performance felt like, a one shot kind of take. It had a theme, and maybe some people don't agree with the theme, but you can't knock them because you don't like the theme.
Right.
Like,
Right.
if it's like if you hated someone's competition winning set because it was about clowns, you can not like clowns, but you can't knock them for doing clowns.
I mean, let's be honest. B-Dash and Concrete did clowns, and I loved it.
That's true.
Yeah. See?
See?
So it's like that. Like what they did was great.
Yeah.
It wasn't their normal stuff. It was kind of like when they did that other emotional thing, but I thought this one was way better.
Way better.
And more thought out. Again, it was, I don't know, it was a nice work of art.
Yes. I mean, and can you really blame them for wanting to take not essentially like a political stance, but to have a social commentary in their set? Like us as dancers, we have a great platform to relay how we feel about the world in general. And every artist does this. Every artist takes their experiences in the world and puts it out there in some form. Music, dance, visual art, everything. So like for them to put that kind of thing on TV and win with it, I thought that was a great win in terms of being, it's good to be controversial in those kinds of senses. I think that what they said was polite, but it took a firm stance on that they want real change in the world, which I think is great. Well, who doesn't want the world to change?
Depends which part.
Yeah,
That's that. And I just thought of this actually. And Eser, you can give me your opinion on this. Well, both of you can, but we'll start with Eser. You know how one of the categories is choreography?
Yeah.
And a lot of these teams and groups and whatever don't do their own choreography. Do you think that's kind of like, kind of messed up to get judged based on your choreography and to win based on someone else's choreography?
That's a good point.
That
is a very good
like,
point.
We're just talking about the lab and how they did that one set, but it was Dietrich who choreographed it. Does that seem fair? What do you think, Eser?
I think at a certain point of experience when you're in this field, like you can already start making your own stuff. But I guess for such a wide age range for the lab, for instance, I guess I don't think everybody was up to speed on that experience level. Not saying age level, but like they don't have that kind of caliber of choreography skill, just as like how they're following Dietrich's to make that entire set. But they do have input. I still believe that the major component for them making that set is their own input. So the choreography is just one aspect, and then the opinions and like visual imagination of the kids is very critical into making that set as well. So
interesting.
I honestly don't think it's a bad thing. They're taking some choreography from their director, for the instance of Dietrich's, but also I think it's just the overall like individual contributions of the kids, in that aspect. But if you're like, I don't know, like our age and you still can't make choreography and take it.
And that's where I'm going to have to disagree with you. Not that point, but you bring up my point where like, just because you're at a certain age, does that mean you have to do your own choreography? And just because they're at that certain age, does that mean they are allowed to use someone else's choreography? Because this is a competition. Everyone is getting judged based on the same criteria, and they're kind of like, they kind of have an advantage because one, they're young, so we're going to be impressed with them by the way they move, and then two, they have an outside choreographer who is great at choreographing these sets. So you put that together, and like, and it's not just them. Like other groups have choreographers, and I've seen some of the stuff that I've seen done on like in different not music videos, but like dance videos. So I don't think it's that fair. It's fair because like
there is an equalizing factor though. I think, like on ABDC, I remember Mike telling me that Napoleon and Tabitha had a very strong opinion on how their performances were supposed to go. So like I think that having that, I actually think Keone and Mari were the ones that were working on World of Dance this year. So I think that maybe they could have contributed to each team in a sense, kind of like what'll work for this particular show, the way that it's set up on the stage and everything, which could help equalize. But yeah, no, I agree that it's kind of it's a little unfair.
But choreography is like a what do you call it? A category for the scoring. Shouldn't like originality be part of that at that sense? Because then like you would give more points to like Sean and Casey because Sean is like choreographing everything they're doing, or some of these contemporary dancers, Michael Demesky, who does his own, and the solo contemporary dancers, like they literally do everything. So they're putting in more work. They're not just dancing someone else's stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I agree. That's a really, really, really good point. I mean, Dietrich's he's a great dancer. After we found out that he's the choreographer, every trick that the lab did just made so much more sense.
It screamed Dietrich's.
The push backflip.
Yeah.
No, they totally Quest Crew did that when they won ABDC, and then like the way that they do their flips, like they're layered flips, where like some goes low, some goes mid, some goes high.
Everything like fell into place once you get the name Dietrich's on that.
Like there it is,
you tricky boy.
Which made me appreciate them less. Because now I know it's someone else's and not theirs per se. It's like, hey, it's like if you found out Hilti and Bosch learned all their sets from someone else.
Wow.
That'll destroy my entire world and outlook
like,
on everything.
It's like, oh yeah, Hilti and Bosch, they're not that great. They dance whatever Don Campbell taught them. It's like, yeah, well, he's good. Yeah, they can dance well, but yeah, I guess they're not that good anymore.
That's fair. I guess it does take away a little bit. I mean, it's good that they are able to dance at that level.
Yeah, again.
But yeah, that's not what the issue.
Yeah. Like, again, they're great dancers. Like, again, that's one of their advantages. They're young and they can move as good or even better than like most adults. And now they don't have to think. They can just
move.
Move. They're at an advantage.
That's fair.
So... Again, not to knock them on their first place. They deserve it. Good for them. But it's like, I don't know if that needs to be a category or I don't know. It just needs to change, in my opinion, to be completely fair, at least.
That's fair.
Across the board. Duh.
Yeah. I think they're a little bit more lenient on the kids, which makes it unfair when you get to the final round.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a tough one.
Yeah, that really is a hot button subject.
Just thought I'd bring that up.
No, it's good. It's good.
All right, let's move on. Eser, what was your biggest disappointment of World of Dance Season 2?
2 of the 3 judges.
Well, no hesitation. Honestly, that's what I was thinking too.
I mean, cool. J-Lo, you're the owner of the show. No disrespect. Like, that's your thing. Go. It's helping out dancers, but I don't feel comfortable with her being a judge, as well as Neo. I think they need like new judges, or like replace one of them with Jenna and have a new host, or like
Nick Cannon,
right? Somebody else. I would take Mario Lopez again, as a host.
Great host. That dude is ageless and timeless.
Sure is. Could do this again for us.
Super crew.
But
just get Dietrich's.
He'd be great. He'd
be pretty good too. But I don't know. That was just one of my biggest comps, especially when it was brought up at the last episode when Michael Demesky was mentioning to Jenna. I was like, I'm so glad I have someone that knows what they're doing. What they're doing. I'm like, he said it. We were all thinking it. I mean, like, even having Misty Copeland was such a refreshing like thing to see, like to have her on that panel. Like you have 2 of them now. You have Derek.
It was good to see her.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she is amazing. And yes, I know
what you're my queen.
Okay.
Remember that.
Yes. I
careful where you go next.
I understand. Okay, I'm just saying Derek and Misty were a great equalizer to have on the panel during the finals, and I was very appreciative of that. And then pretty much the previous episodes, I was like, Derek's the only one I really trust.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I mean, you can even watch their little package on the last episode when they showed like them all dancing.
Yeah.
And everything. Jenna and Derek stood apart from
Sure did.
It's like they dance.
Yeah, almost. Like they've been spending their whole time doing this.
I know.
God forbid. What's your biggest disappointment, Justin?
I mean, I got to go with that too. Well, if to be, I guess, Desi Hopper's not making it further.
Still going for his underdogs.
You had a lot of love for them. Huh?
I know.
I did. You know, like when it comes to like being not culturally sound, but like just something that really I love how different they were, like how much different they were from everyone else.
Sure.
Yeah.
How athletic they were. Like remember that their last episode on?
Yeah.
They did those knee drops.
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
Spinning
yo,
knee drops,
these
yeah.
guys
Jeez.
have yet to show us how athletic they can be. So like, you know, maybe they may not have been the cleanest, but we've already, you know, discussed that cleanliness isn't really everything.
Yeah.
You know, there are factors that just I was hooked. From the moment they got on stage, I was like, man, they are amazing.
They're going all the way.
They're going all the way. They went about halfway.
They got pretty far.
Yeah.
You know, it was a nice little mix in there.
And it was so cool. Like having the different deities that they would represent.
Sure.
Yeah.
Was so like how they put it together. I was like, man, that's really cool. Like the elephant one and then Shiva and all that. Like that was the I guess that's my biggest disappointment is that they didn't get further.
There you go. Mine was the ending, the finale.
Oh, right.
Because it's like the lab won, roll credits,
bye.
roll credits. They didn't even wave to the camera.
No confetti,
no confetti,
no trophy,
nothing. Just
Not even.
all right. Roll credits, and next up is news.
did they even have like Jenna come out and was like, thank you for watching
Nothing.
or something?
Not a thing.
Yeah.
Not one
Sheesh,
thing.
man.
That was my biggest disappointment. I could deal with everyone else like that I like not doing well or not making it through. But, you know, to bring me on this 16, 18-week journey and not wrap it up in a bow tie, oh, man.
That just goes to show you this show in general.
Terrible. Terribly produced show. Oh, man.
Seriously, it was the
Confetti would have been great.
I know, confetti
It's like-
cannons.
I love those.
Okay, bye, Michael Domesky. Get off. Good job, the lab. The end.
Yeah.
You want to know why I think that's the case? Because their stage probably costs so much money. Like the effects on the stage are like unparalleled.
LED everything.
One thing that I really love is the stage. The stage is incredible.
Fantastic, man. Stage
Such a
production.
great thing.
Maybe they just didn't have it in the budget for confetti anymore.
Definitely have it in the budget to have multiple nights of shooting. They could only afford one long shoot with one outfit each. And
It's like serious.
At least lie to us.
I know.
Like you could change their outfits.
So they like really they couldn't just go to Party City and like buy some stuff, you know.
Hey, before you move on to the next thing,
Huh?
I'm gonna throw this one out there. Best costume out of the entire competition.
crickets.
Wow.
Uncomfortable silence.
Or the first one that comes to mind.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm feeling a little.
Okay.
What up with that?
I don't know.
What up with that?
All right. I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go with Fabulous Sisters because
They did have good outfits.
that
great.
black and gold set with those costumes that they put on. Oh my G!
Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee.
Really?
Especially when that.
Is this what dying's like? Ooh-wee. Oh, jeez, Rick. Anyway,
This is a great episode.
Because we don't have anything to talk about.
Oh gosh. But anyways, going back because like right from the get go, the little girl in the back on the throne, she owned it, and with the outfit, it just made it so much better.
And then the song.
The song too, it was just stacking up.
It just seems so regal.
And then and just the nice cherry on the top was the staging and just the gold bleeding out. It was just brilliant. But more so, it was the costuming that set the mood for that.
For sure.
It's like awesome.
For
Loved
me, let's see. Probably one of Lock and Lol's like outfits.
Oh yeah, the suits.
Because
They hit every time.
They got some good suits, man.
they wore suits every time, but different suits every time. And I
Yeah.
feel like they're made out of like, I don't know, like those foam pads you normally use for like children's playthings.
I know what you're
But
talking
just
about.
cut up and like
I
it
know.
looks so cartoony that it looks so great.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would totally rock one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, how about you?
Michael Demesky's first one, just the pants.
And the shirtless.
I'm
no
just
shirt.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I think. Yeah. No, I think you're absolutely right. Honestly, I'm gonna go back to Desi Hopper's their airplane one.
Okay.
Jeez.
Oh man, I thought
Okay.
that was really cool.
Nice.
It just looked cool.
That's good.
Airplane.
Yeah.
They look like pilots.
Oh, that's right. True. What was your biggest surprise of this? Like going into World of Dance before we even watched the first episode. All right, you have your expectations. What were you most surprised with during this whole journey?
The level of incompetence amongst some of the judges.
Fair.
Mhm.
So it's also an annoyance and your biggest letdown and your biggest
Big
surprise.
You know, it's not my biggest surprise. I went in knowing that was,
Yeah.
you know, to be honest. Biggest surprise. That's a toughie.
For me, it was the amount of urban styles that were on the show.
True.
So like all the locking, popping, whacking, and crump,
Yeah.
and of
B-boy.
course breaking. Yeah.
Yeah. No
Um,
Vogue, though. No Vogue.
No
No
Vogue.
Vogue. No, normally isn't.
Had a little bit of strutting from S rank.
Yeah.
Poorly.
Poor strutting.
I did. There was
It's more like
some
B rank strolling.
strolling from my
Oh yeah,
Raider
yeah,
boys.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
And step obviously. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That was really awesome.
So just seeing the variety was
It was really
a surprise
nice.
to me. Wasn't expecting that actually.
Yeah.
Esther, you got one?
Yeah, I think it was just a number of like ballet contemporary groups
Yeah,
and
or even that they had ballet.
individual performances.
Yeah.
Exactly, like just present. Like I thought one of those groups was gonna be on the top, but
Mm-hmm.
apparently not.
Mhm. Everyone loves their urban styles.
Yeah,
and
they
hip-hop
do.
now.
So that was just a major like, wow, this is a lot more than I expected.
Hmm.
Because I don't think that was that many last year before we even finished.
Well,
watching.
Eva Igo.
Well, yeah,
that
that's
might have been my
true.
biggest surprise, actually.
That she
That
she
didn't
got-
even get past her
Yeah,
duels.
she did.
she was, freaking awesome, man.
Yeah,
dude.
she was.
It just goes to show you can't coast in the competition like this.
Yeah, I think she slept on that one.
If it ended up between her and Michael Demesky, I think she could have beaten him.
I think
Honestly,
so.
yeah.
Like at her best. at
Yes.
least, if she didn't mess up.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, let's move on. Now, what? We covered a lot of these actually. What would you change? I guess I talked about how I would change the categories of judging something with the choreography, just because not everyone's doing their own choreography, so it's not fair. But what would you guys change in this whole thing to make it better? I guess.
Less qualifiers.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of grueling to get through, but at the same time, like I was also upset for some of the performers who got montage.
Yeah, true.
It just didn't seem like you needed to do that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's give exposure to everybody, and then the last chunk we're just gonna montage, and then give more exposure to like four acts.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Why would you
I
do
mean,
that?
from there, right there, they already know like who's going for it. And you were absolutely right.
I think
If
it's
you're
scripted.
if you're montaged, you're not
You're
getting
getting
very
cut.
far.
Yep.
And I hope that they really change that.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing that needs to change because
Yeah.
it doesn't give any hope to any of the teams that
I know.
have
Yeah.
been performing.
And I guess we talked about we want more audience
Mhm.
Participation,
inputs.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and new judges. Let's not forget that.
New judges.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great.
But keep Derek.
hmm
Yeah, he looks great too.
Bring his sister. His sister.
His sister's good.
His sister looks great too.
Yes, she does.
Bring Paula. Come on.
Paula was great. I loved Paula.
Shoot, man. I would hate to be under her
I know,
God.
dude.
tutelage or whatever.
I
I
know,
know.
but she would be so clean.
I'd be so tired.
I know. You might die.
I'd be tired. So tired it would make me quit because I'm frustrated.
But just remind yourself, I'm working with Paula Abdul.
Yeah, you are.
I don't care.
Nope,
Not enough.
I don't care.
not enough to keep you there.
Don't
Okay.
get me wrong. She is great and she deserves all the respect, but I just don't want to do anything.
You want to sit home with your microphone.
And I want to lock when I want to lock, and that's about it.
True. there it is, folks.
You all are.
You heard it first.
Y'all are seeing our experience with this guy.
I can show it when I need to.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you can.
You do.
Yeah.
When you want to.
Yeah. All right, that's about it with this. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? I'm glad it's done.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm kind of excited for season 3, just because I'm hoping it's gonna be different.
The changes. I really hope there are changes.
Yeah.
That's all I'm looking forward to, because this is longer than I expected, and I'm just glad it's over.
Yeah.
Oh, I would change the time too.
Oh yeah, definitely the time.
Please.
But I think they're just catering to the West Coast time.
It seems like
No, I think it's because of America's Got Talent is right before them on the same nights.
Yeah. It's a tough spot to fill.
That's tough.
When you think about the judges in general, like these 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then you think about like Shane Sparks, JC Chazé,
Mm-hmm.
Lil Mama,
Mm-hmm.
or like Nigel Lithgow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lithgow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
sorry.
right.
I was
Yeah.
I was thinking about the actor
Yeah.
John Lithgow.
John
Yeah.
Lithgow. The brothers. No,
Lord fuck what?
you're good at these voices
He
today.
huffed and he puffed and he signed the eviction notice.
I'm a real boy.
You're a monster.
The Muffin Man. The Muffin Man. Okay, let's go back. Bring it back there. I don't even remember my question. I'm just
Something
stalling.
about the judges
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, comparably, do you think that these 3
are the worst.
are
Because yes.
okay? Like, what if you could kind of mix them around, just in this pool of people?
Yeah.
Who do you think would be the best?
Interesting. Okay, I'd keep Derek
Mm-hmm.
because he's actively dancing.
Yes.
Yes.
I would bring John Lithgow in
Mm-hmm.
because as a producer,
Nigel Lithgow.
Nigel
Nigel-
Lithgow. I was like, wait. Lord Farquaad.
I would bring Nigel Lithgow in just because he's a producer and he sees it all, and
Yeah.
he has really great input. And then I'd probably bring someone from what do you call it? Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, yeah.
Kariana Naba.
No, yeah, maybe she'd be great actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you know that? Do you know she was in Austin
right.
Powers?
She was.
Was she?
She was in
Was
Austin
she?
Powers. She was
Yeah, I don't think I could say her name on.
were she the twins?
Yeah.
one of the twins.
Really?
She was one
That
of the
was
twins.
her?
Yeah, we looked this up before.
She was you. She was you.
She was you,
Oh, okay.
not me.
What? Wow.
She was also.
Why?
She was also in Austin Powers. The Spy Who Shagged Me.
The second one.
When the legs came out, she was like, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
She was that girl.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why? She
Why-
need money.
Why not?
It's a job.
She should be a judge.
Yeah.
That qualifies her.
She'd be great. Her or what's that middle guy's name? Forget. The very Latino Hispanic guy.
I don't know.
Yeah, but him.
I don't remember.
He'd be great too.
Yeah. He's so animated.
Yeah.
He's got a
very.
really good eye for like
Yep.
dancing.
Exactly. That'd be great. That'd be a great cast.
Mm-hmm.
I'd even throw in probably someone who's more familiar with the street styles and urban styles. So
Dietrich.
why not? Why not like Keone or something like that?
Yeah.
I think he'd be a really good judge.
Keone or Keone
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
or Dietrich, doesn't matter. Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing along the lines of like having that fourth, like what they did with Misty.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
every week a different fourth judge.
Oh, I like
That'd be
that.
good.
Yeah.
I think So You Thinking and Dance kind of does that.
Yeah.
Like they kind of shuffle in their judges because the choreographers kind of, if a choreographer's not choreographing that week, they can be a judge.
Right.
And then Simon Cowell just because.
Just because.
Man, people would go home so sad. You're not very good.
What's Japanese?
Simon
know,
sounds
sorry.
like that.
You're not
You're
very
not
good.
very good.
You're not-
I don't know how to. Honestly, I think I messed that one up.
That's okay.
Yeah,
We can
you
come-
do it.
No.
Not doing it.
Anyway.
No.
All right. I'm done talking about World of Dance.
Sweet. We're done?
Yep.
All right. Good job, guys. We did great.
Thanks.
And now for clips.
It's very tough complaining and praising people. Yeah, I got nothing else. You guys want to talk about anything else? World of Dance?
No, just
I'm good.
just thank everyone for watching
and listening.
Yeah, and like we are not the end all be all opinion of dancing in general. We are we are seasoned. We've been in the industry, and kinda. Yeah. And we have our opinions on dance based on our experiences. So if you don't agree with us, that's great. You're entitled to your own opinion too. But at the same time,
in the comments below.
At the same time, like we feel how we feel about dance because we're so passionate about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to give a shout out to everyone in the comments who had left comments, whether they agreed or not, because just the discussion really drives more creativity and more higher standards, put it that way, and just new things, lots of new things, and everyone on Reddit too, because there's a lot of people there giving feedback and asking for ours too, or at least ours.
That's really nice.
Yeah, and they gave us praise for. Or they really appreciated how we did respond to them, how we did interact with with anyone watching and listening, because a lot of creators just kind of just put stuff out and I'll be all that's it.
Yeah. Did that guy get a shirt?
No, I have to send it still. I got to send it out. So yeah, thanks for reminding me. I should make a note. It's coming. It's on the way. Maybe next week. That. And I was going to say something. Oh, everyone on the podcast who's been downloading, thank you for listening. Again, this is not the end of the session. This is the end of us talking about World of Dance Season 2. Oh, yeah. But, every week, at least, hopefully every week, we'll try and, mix it up. We'll talk about various dance issues, or, if new videos come out with certain dancers that we like, we'll review them, whatever. And we'll try and shuffle these two out and get some other people in, or in addition to, there is a fourth spot here for somebody else.
I got some people in mind.
Great. Yeah. So definitely keep watching, keep listening, do whatever you got to do to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Subscribe DanceFamtv at DanceFamtv. Justin, thanks for coming by again.
Thank you for having me.
Hey. You're welcome. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. At WonderFell88. That's fell with one L.
Huh. Nice. And Eser Valencia, thank you for coming by.
Yep, you're welcome. Anytime.
Where can people find you, man?
Ladies want to
know. Well, everybody can find me at Valcirca. That's 1V. A-L
on Instagram.
On Instagram. And on Facebook, just Eser Valencia.
Cool.
Yeah.
You gonna do it?
Yeah. Why not?
Do it.
He's single, ladies. One of my best friends is single. Let's end that.
Okay.
And this is how we wrap it up. Thanks and good night.
And as always, I'm Russ Santos, a.k.a. Lock and Robin. You can find me on everything at Lock and Robin. I'm mostly on Instagram, not so much Twitter. But I think everything I post gets sent to Twitter anyway, just because.
Good settings.
Yeah. Automation, baby. Again, thank you guys for coming by and listening. Keep on listening. Leave a comment if you want us to talk about certain things or review certain things. We did get a recommendation for us to do reaction videos.
Oh, I did see that comment on the last video.
It's just that we're not really good at reacting.
No,
we just sit there.
We're more observant,
stone faced.
Because we see it down. We're not like not like
some
ooh-wee, Rick. Wow.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We're just like, we just kind of take it in. Unless something really guts us and we're like, ooh, wee. But, maybe we could try it again, see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
But yeah, if you have any other recommendations, leave it in the comment. Go to our website, submit a video, do something. Just, reach out to us somehow. So that's it for this episode. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Peace.
Bye.
See ya.